Hello everyone, this is part 11 of What If Naruto Came Back to Claim His Family's Name, and I hope you guys enjoy this video and to like, to subscribe, to share, and check out the playlist, to see more comment down below. Now let's start the intro.
They call me a god. They call me a god. They call me a god.
Join my membership, the perks are great. It's in the description. Be sure to like and subscribe, it gives me more motivation. Enjoy. Naruto walked down the halls of the Anbu prison, his mind racing as he walked toward the cell. Flashback. So your genin are ready to take the exam? Asked Tsunade. More than I was when I took the exam first time, said Naruto. Okay then, said Tsunade as she went back to paperwork. However, Naruto didn't leave. Is someone on your mind, Naruto? Tsunade, I have to ask you about my uncle, said Naruto. What are you talking about? Said Tsunade. I found out that I had an uncle that betrayed my clan for money and that he may still be alive in an Anbu jail, said Naruto. I see, said Tsunade as she walked up to the wall and pulled a book of the shelf. A few minutes later. Here he is still alive. End flashback. Naruto stood outside the cell. Open it please, said Naruto as the two Anbu he was with opened the door and Naruto walked inside. He found the cell had a bed and two small chairs. In that chair sat a man. He was dressed in a simple grey shirt and black pants. He had blonde hair and blue eyes. He looked in shape up, not up to a ninja level. There sat his uncle and only living family member, Altair Namikaze. If any has played Assassin's Creed, Altair is the name of the assassin. Hello Naruto, said the Altair. Hello uncle, said Naruto. Please don't call me uncle, I shamed and almost destroyed the clan. I don't deserve to belong to that clan, said the Altair. Please call me Altair and have a seat. You know you don't seem to the kind of man who leaves his clan to rest, said Naruto as he sat down. Well, over 20 years in jail opens your eyes, allowing you to see such a fool you were, said Altair. Naruto, I heard about what you did to save the village from the sound. I know for a fact that your dad would be proud of you. Thanks, but before we talk about my dad, I want to know why you betrayed your clan and your village, asked Naruto. A simple reason, I was greedy. Our clan was so powerful, and as the youngest brother it meant that I would be the lesser to your father. I wanted that power so much I could taste it. So when I was put in charge of that village, I decided it was my chance to get rid of Minato. If you only wanted my father, then why leave the rest of your family there? Asked Naruto. I am sad to say, but the simple reason was with them out of the way, I could have more power for myself, said Altair. Naruto, I am sorry for what I did, and I am sorry for what I did to you. I was born after you were in jail, so what did you do to me? Asked Naruto. I took away your family, said Altair. When I betrayed the clan, I left most of them to rest, and if I hadn't, then there would be a chance that maybe some of them would have survived the QB attack and they would have taken care of you. However, because of what I did, you grew up alone instead of in the care of my sister, your aunt, or another member of the clan, said Altair. You couldn't have known about the QB, but you are still to blame for the deaths in that village, said Naruto as Altair hung his head in shame. I know that I will be punished for that when but I ask, do you forgive me for what I to you? Asked Altair. I have no chose, you're my uncle, but you will tell me about my dad. I mean, all I have is reports he wrote and stories about how great he was, said Naruto. On some levels I feel like I don't know him. The real him, was he funny and did he get in trouble when he was younger? I can help you out there, said Altair. I can tell you the stories, but you could always just read his journal. My dad has a journal, asked Naruto. Yep, you should find it hidden behind the set of his teacher's pervert books in the back of the Liberty, said Altair. I do ask one more thing, I heard that you have a girlfriend, is that true? Yes, it is, said Naruto as Altair smiled. That is good to hear, at least the clan will go on. Can I ask her name? Sure, her name is Sakura Haruno, said Naruto as Altair's eyes widened. Haruno. Yeah, Haruno, have you heard that name before? Asked Naruto. Yes, was his Sakura's father named Sakamura? Asked Altair. I don't know during the QB attack, but there is only one Haruno clan in the village and it is very small, said Naruto. Maybe do you this will narrow down, does her mother have pink hair? Asked Altair. Yes, she did, and so does Sakura-chan, said Naruto a little confused. Then it is their daughter, said Altair with a smile. Naruto, you are dating the daughter of your father's best friend. What, Sakura's Chan father and my father were best friends? Asked Naruto. Yes, said Altair as he smiled. You know those two always joked that their kids would marry each other someday. I guess they were right. Suddenly an Anbu walked into the room. Visiting hour is over, said the Anbu as Naruto slowly stood up. I will come visit you again, said Naruto. Thank you, said Altair as Naruto walked out of the room. Naruto rushed home to the archives and to the back shelves. Naruto-kun, what are you doing? Asked Sakura as Naruto reached for one of Jiraiya's books. Suddenly he was knocked to the ground. Naruto-kun, what in the world are you thinking touching those books? Sakura-chan, my uncle told me that my dad always hid his journal behind those books, said Naruto as he rubbed his head. Oh sorry, said Sakura as Naruto stood up and moved the books out of the way only to find a small gray leather book. My dad's journal, said Naruto as he took the book off the shelf. Sakura watched as Naruto took his time getting the book. He held it with great care. As he opened it, a picture came out of it. Sakura-chan, you might want to see this. Sakura walked up and saw something that stunned her. There were 4 people standing in the Hokage office. The first man was wearing the Hokage robes and had wild blonde hair. It was Naruto's father, the 4th Hokage. Next to him was a beautiful woman with short red hair, a black top, gray shirt and a tan jacket that was Naruto's mother Kushina. The next couple was more of a surprise to her. It was her parents. Her father's black hair clashed so much with her mom's pink. Both her father and mother were dressed in the normal Jonin outfit. Mom, Dad, said Sakura stunned as she looked at the picture. It seems what my uncle said is true, our dads were best friends, said Naruto as Sakura's eyes widened. Best friends? Asked Sakura. That is what he said, and this is really funny. They joked that their kids would marry each other, said Naruto. Well, it looks like the dream is coming true, said Sakura still looking down at the picture. Sakura-chan, what's wrong? Asked Naruto as he placed the book down and went and put his arm around Sakura. Nothing is wrong, Naruto-kun, said Sakura as she fought back tears. Sakura-chan, please don't lie to me, I know that something is wrong, please tell me, said Naruto. It's just this is the clearest picture I have of my father. Most of the pictures that my mom had were destroyed when our home went up in flames during the Kyuubi attack, said Sakura as Naruto hugged her. Sakura-chan, why did you try to hide this from me? Asked Naruto. Because today you finally found a link to your father, I didn't want you to worry about me, said Sakura. Sakura-chan, you always come first, besides I think we both found out things about our fathers, said Naruto as Sakura smiled. Naruto-kun always has a way to make me smile, thought Sakura as she placed the photo onto a desk, before going back and hugging Naruto. Hey Sakura-chan, I am sure in one of my family's photo albums we can find more pictures of your parents, said Naruto. Let's go, said Sakura. Are you guys ready? Asked Naruto as the genin stood in front of the testing area. Just stay level-headed and do your best, said Sakura. Thanks senseis, said Rick. Okay then, go to room 3B, said Naruto as the 6th genin walked away toward the building. I hope they do okay, said Sakura as she stepped toward Naruto. Suddenly a loud voice came from behind them. Get out of my way, yelled a girl from the Mist Village as she stood behind them. This girl was dressed in a gray shirt with black pants. Her eyes were as black as her hair. You know, little girl, you could always walk around, said Sakura. Not you, little girl, me. I am daughter of the Mizukage, and I am already more powerful than you two, little leaf Jonin, said the girl. Move along, little girl, said Naruto. Did you just hear me? I am the daughter of the Mizukage, you should move for me, yelled the girl. Listen, little genin, I don't care who you are, and even if I did, I am the son of the 4th Hokage, therefore it comes down to rank, and there I outrank you, so move along, said Naruto as the 12-year-old girl glared at him. Keiko, stand down, said a Miss Jonin as he and 2 other genin walked up to the girl. The Jonin looked just like the girl. They had the same dark eyes and hair. Sorry Daiki-sensei, said Keiko. Keiko, you have brought shame to our village and our family. Imagine what our father would say if he saw you yelling at not only at 2 leaf Jonin but at a Namikaze, said the Jonin. I am sorry, brother, said Keiko, but he. No buts, now go take your exam and walk around them, said Daiki as the girl and the other genin walked around Sakura and Naruto. As soon as the genin were gone, the Miss Jonin turned back to Sakura and Naruto. I am sorry for what my sister did. That is okay, said Naruto. My name is Daiki Watanabe, son of the current Mizukage, said Daiki as he held out his hand. Naruto Namikaze, said Naruto as he took the Miss Jonin's hand. Sakura Haruno, said Sakura as Daiki let go of Naruto's hand and took Sakura's. Like I said, I am sorry for what my sister did. She grew up being the Mizukage daughter, said Daiki. Everyone treated her special because she is the daughter of the Mizukage. So let me guess, you grew up before your father became the Kage, said Sakura. Correct, I was already a Chunin when he became the Mizukage, and let's just say he and I don't see eye to eye, said Daiki. Why don't we get something to eat? I have never been in this village before and I am sure that the test will take time. Sure, I don't see why not, said Naruto as the three Jonin walked down the road. Inside, the genin were now sitting in waiting for their instructor. I wonder where our instructor is, asked Rick. He had the luck of sitting next to Kinkura for the exam. Rick, will you shut up? Said Kinkura as Ronin sat on the floor next to her. Suddenly the door burst open and a man dressed in black with a sword across his back entered the room. Welcome to the Chunin exams, I am your instructor Sasuke Uchiha, said Sasuke as he stood in front of the class. In a few seconds you will be taken the written portion of the test. Your team has to pass the test with at least a 80 total score of your team. Also, if any of your team scores a 0, you all fail. Also, if you cheat, you fail. With that, Sasuke turns on his Sharingan. Lastly, if your entire team fails, you and your teammates will never be able to take the test again. You will be genin forever. What? Yelled Rick, you can't do that. I can and I will, said Sasuke. Therefore, if any of you want to give up, you can leave now and your team will not be punished. With that, a few left but most stayed. Okay, then let's begin. You have a real nice village, said Daiki as he, Naruto and Sakura sat in the local barbecue stand. Yeah, we are still rebuilding from the sound attack, said Sakura as she drank some more water. They had been sitting there for about an hour. I heard about that attack, but there is so many rumors running around it, it's hard to know what is true and what is just gossip, said Daiki. Do you two happen to know what happened? We do, but why do you ask? Are you going to report this back to your father? Asked Naruto. I would be lying if I said no. Knowing a general idea about how village stop the attack, we prevent us from making the mistake of making this village angry, said Daiki. Besides, we are still rebuilding the village from the clan wars. Well, truth be told, I was the one who killed the cages, said Naruto. I used my family's jutsus and our new summons and defeated them. Can I ask what type of summons? Asked Daiki. No, said Naruto, that is something I would rather keep to this village. Understood, said Daiki. I wouldn't tell you my clan's summons even if I could do it. You can't do your own clan's summons? Asked Sakura. No, our head of our clan picks who he wants to have that power to summon the creature, said Daiki, and he choose my sister and younger brother over me. I see, said Naruto as his and Sakura's genin ran up. Sensei, we passed, yelled Rick. Good, grab a chair, give them anything they want, I'll pay, said Naruto to the owner as all the genin smiled and took chairs. Well, I better get going and see how my genin are doing, said Daiki. Okay then, said Sakura as Daiki left the stand. The next day, Naruto and Sakura watched as Temari explained the rules for the next text, the Forest of Death. I hope they do okay. Don't worry, Sakura-chan, they will be fine. We passed and we had deal with old Snakey, said Naruto as he grinned. I know, it's just that Mist Girl gives me a bad feeling, said Sakura. Yeah, she has this evil vial around her, said Naruto as their genin made their way to the door to enter the area. At least her brother is nice, said Sakura as Naruto's winced a bit. Sakura saw this and broke out laughing. Don't worry, Naruto-kun, you're my mate and that makes you the only one for me. To Naruto's and Sakura's surprise, it only took their genin 4 days to get the Heaven and Earth scrolls and get to the tower. Good job, guys, get some rest, said Naruto as Sakura lead the genin to one of the rooms so that they could get some rest. Hey Naruto, long time no see, said a voice from behind him. He looked behind him to see a man dressed in all black with purple face paint and something big stepped to his back. Kankuro, what are you doing here? Asked Naruto to the brother of the Kazekage. Well, your genin isn't the only ones taking the exam, said Kankuro, mine got here yesterday. Well, you must be pleased, said Naruto, do you know how many have gotten here so far? Your team is the third, said Kankuro, my group came in second, the team from the Mist Village got here on the first day. Hell, they were only 10 minutes behind the record time set by me and my siblings when we took this exam. So they have 11 genins so far? Asked Naruto. Yes, and they still have 1 day left, said Kankuro, therefore that number will most likely go up. Well, we will just have to wait and see, said Naruto as he left to go see Sakura. 1 day later, all the genins stood in the same area that Naruto and Sakura had stood in such a long time ago. In total 14 genins stood at attention. Of the Leaf squads that had entered the exams, only Sakura's and Naruto's had made it this far. Kakashi's and Anko's team had gotten to the tower with both of their scrolls, however they were 1 hour late and because of that they were eliminated. Before Temari stood 1 Leaf team, Kankuro's Sand team, Daiki's Mist team and a team from the new ninja village hidden in the snow. Welcome everyone, said Temari, like I said earlier, I am Temari Nara. You have all done well to get this far, but only 7 of you will carry on. The rest, their journey ends here. From here on out it is everyone for themselves. In only a few minutes we will be having a tournament to see who gets those 7 spots in the finale exam tournament. Suddenly Kinkura's hand shot up. Yes. Temari-sensei, if shouldn't be 8 instead of 7 so that the tournament has an even number, said Kinkura. Normally you would be correct, but we don't want to deal with who is the best that lost a match, therefore whoever gets the number 7 spot will have a bye first round of the tournament. Do you understand? Said Temari. Yes, said Kinkura. Good. Said Temari, now in this fight anything goes, the fight only ends when I see fit or your opponent is unable to carry on the fight. You can also give up at any time. Now watch the screen as a computer randomly picks your opponent. With that everyone looked at the screen as names started flying across it. Suddenly it stopped. Naruto's and Sakura's eyes widened. Hinura Harkit vs Luke Nara. Okay then, Hinura and Luke stay here, the rest go to the stands and await your turn. I already hate this Sakura-chan, I want both of them to win, said Naruto as he looked at 2 of his female genin getting ready to fight each other. It's worse then that Naruto-kun, those 2 are like me and Ino, they are best friends, said Sakura as their genin arrived. Naruto-sensei, Sakura-sensei, can they really force them to fight each other? They are teammates? Asked Kinkura. Yes they can, said Sakura sadly as Temari walked to the center. Are you 2 ready? Asked Temari. Yes, said both of them. Fine, begin, said Temari. In an instant Luke formed her hand signs and a shadow flew out toward Hinura, who jumped in the air to avoid the shadow. In the air she threw 2 kunai at Luke. Luke cancelled her justu and moved in time to miss the first kunai, but the second grazed her arm. Nice move Hinura, you almost got me, said Luke as Hinura grinned. Who said I haven't got you? Said Hinura as she pointed toward the wall behind Luke where the kunai hung. Luke turned around to see 2 paper bombs hang from each of the kunai. Crap, said Luke as the bombs went off, sending Luke flying toward the wall. However, she was able to flip in mid-air and her feet hit the wall first, allowing her to jump off the wall and land back on her feet in the center of the area. Very good Luke, you have improved a lot, said Hinura. Thanks, but it's all over, said Luke. Why do you say that? Asked Hinura as Luke smiled. Look down, said Luke as Hinura looked soon she saw a shadow was connecting her to Luke. How? Asked Hinura. Simple, when I was in the air I did the hand signs, so as soon as I landed my shadow flew out even though I didn't have my hands in the sign when it started, said Luke with a smile. I see, said Hinura as her arm moved by itself to her pouch and pulled out an explosive tag. If you don't give up I will set this tag off, said Luke with a smile. Suddenly Hinura started laughing. What is so funny? You don't see that you have lost, said Hinura. No, I have you right where I want you, said Luke. No you don't, I won this match with my first move, said Hinura as Luke's shadow suddenly disappeared. What is happening? I lost all feeling in my legs and arms, said Luke as she fell to the ground. My kunai had more than explosive tags on them, said Hinura, they were counted with snake venom that my uncle's girlfriend gave me. It disables the arms and legs of my opponent, making them useless, however it takes time to take effect. Winner is Hinura Harkit, said Temari as a group of medical ninjas came out and took Luke away. The next few matches went pretty fast. First, a snow ninja crushed Lu in less than a minute. Next, a sand crushed a snow ninja. Rick was able to beat the last of the snow ninja in a prolonged taijutsu match. Then one of the sand ninjas was beaten by Minuto. Next, a sand ninja beat another of the Mist Genin. Finally, it came down to the finale match: Kinkura Inuzuka vs Keiko Watanabe, the daughter of the Mizukage. "Good luck, Kinkura-chan," yelled Rick as Kinkura and Ronan walked down to the bottom floor where Keiko stood waiting. "Okay, final match, are you two ready?" asked Temari. "Yes," said both female ninja. "Okay then, begin," said Temari as Kinkura and Ronan jumped away from Keiko. "Well, I think I will start this off," said Keiko as she bit her thumb. "Summoning Justu," she yelled as she slammed her hand into the ground and spear of ice shot out of the ground. Then it broke apart and both Sakura's and Naruto's eyes widened. There stood a fox, but it wasn't a normal fox, it was a deep shade of blue and had 5 tails. In an instant the fox opened its mouth and breathed a gust of wind that froze everything in its path. It froze Kinkura up to her N. Ronan was barely able to miss being frozen solid. However, his back half was frozen. "I believe that I win." "Yes, the winner is Keiko Watanabe," said Temari as medicals came out to help Kinkura. "Naruto-kun, is that?" asked Sakura. "Yes, Sakura-chan, that is a demon fox," said Naruto as Daiki walked up to them. "Yes, it is. Our clan is the only clan that can summon demon foxes," said Daiki with a smile as Keiko walked toward them. "I know that you more than likely haven't heard of our clan had that power because we had to go into hiding during the clan's war. Now do you understand why I said I am already more powerful than what you two could ever hope to be? With the power of my summon I could destroy this entire village and there would be nothing you could do to stop me," said Keiko as Naruto and Sakura started laughing. "Are you insulting my power, human? I am Ghiaccio, means ice in Italian, the 5-tailed demon fox of ice," said Ghiaccio as he glared at the two laughing Jonin with his deep blue eyes. "No, it's not that. I know that you have the power to destroy this village, but we have the power to stop you," said Naruto as both he and Sakura bit their thumbs and slammed it into the ground. The instant that they touched the ground, a ball of flames and a mini tornado filled the area. When those two things disappeared, 2 more foxes stood in front of Sakura and Naruto. "Allow me to introduce my clan's summons: Kyubi, the 9-tailed demon fox of fire, and his mate Sakura, the 8-tailed demon fox of wind." Keiko's and Daiki's eyes widened as Ghiaccio bowed his head at the 2 foxes. "Hello, my lord and lady," said Ghiaccio. "Gyakko, stand up, you don't have to bow in front of us," said Kyubi as Ghiaccio raised his head back to normal. "I am sorry, brother," said Ghiaccio with a grin. Everyone had stopped what they were doing to look at the strange sight of 3 demon lords. "Ghiaccio, what are you going bowing to these foxes? I thought you were the demon lord," yelled Keiko. "Shut up, foolish human," yelled Ghiaccio back. "I am the demon lord of all ice-type fox demons and all the types of demon foxes below 5 tails. However, this is my brother Kyubi, the 9-tailed demon lord of fire-type foxes, and he is the strongest of all the demon fox lords. Therefore he is the leader of us all." "What does that mean?" yelled Keiko. "Maybe I can explain it better," said Fox Sakura. "All the demon foxes are split up into groups based off what element they use. From lowest to highest it goes. Non-elemental foxes, snow foxes, earth foxes, sound foxes, ice foxes, water foxes, lightning foxes, wind foxes, and finally fire foxes. Each of the group has a demon lord that rules over that group. Like Kyubi-kun rules over fire, Ghiaccio ice, and myself wind." "See, human, I wasn't lying, I am a demon lord," said Ghiaccio. "So if you 3 are all lords, why did you blow?" asked Keiko. "Look at the number of tails, human. They have 9 tails and 8 tails, I have 5 tails. It means they are the higher lords," said Ghiaccio, "as so I and all other demon foxes take orders from them." "So you're telling me that they can control you?" asked Keiko. "Yes and no, I am a lord just like him, he only outranks me in power and SKS, but the other lords and myself make up a council that meets every 100,000 years, said Ghiaccio. "Besides, why would I want to hurt my little brother?" said Kyubi. "Wait, you two are brothers?" asked Naruto. "Yeah, he's my brother. We were born over 2 million years ago. Demons are immortal until they reach the age of 10 million, then they S and the next generation takes the place. You humans think we are completely immortal because none of yous have S since you humans appeared on the planet, said Kyubi. Oh Gyachio, I would like you to meet the new holder of the demon fox summoning Naruto Namikaze and his mate Sakura Haruno. Their clan will be the one that you and all demon foxes will answer to from now on. What, you can't take away our clan's summons? Yelled Keiko. I just did, said Kyubi. The Mizukage will not stand for this, yelled Keiko. He has no choice, and if he tries anything to harm this village, Naruto or Sakura, then I will personally eat him and destroy your village, said Kyubi. Brother, may I speak? You don't have to ask, brother, said Kyubi. I have an idea that may make both sides happy, said Gyachio. The reason why I can only be summoned by this girl, her father and her other brother instead of the more noble Daiki Watanabe is because the current head of their clan picks who can call me out. Instead, keep the power to summon me in their clan but allow me to pick who I listen to. You mean you didn't pick this girl in the first place? Asked Fox Sakura. Do you really think I would want to follow the orders of this little brat? Said Gyako. No, in my original deal I agreed to follow their clan's wishes, but I never said I get to choose the next leader. Luckily Kit and I already agreed to that, said Kyubi. What does that mean? Asked Naruto Sakura. Basically Kyubi will pick one of our kids that he allow to summon him and that one will lead the clan after I am gone. After our kid S he will pick from any of our descants who have the fox seal to run the clan. Said Naruto. That way everyone will have a chance to be leader and no one family will get control of Kyubi. Correct, and I will only choose the most noble, and if I like none then I will not be summoned by anyone, said Kyubi. That way if our clan turns evil they won't have the power of the foxes behind them. Said Naruto. Okay Gyako, I agree with you, however I will add that you can't attack the Namikaze clan while we are still able to be summoned by them. Agreed? Asked Kyubi. Agree, said Gyako. Wait, don't I have a say in this? Yelled Keiko. I am the Mizukage daughter. If you were worthily of the foxes to begin with then I would pay attention to you. However you are not, therefore I will not listen to you. Of your entire clan the only one I will listen to is Daiki, said Gyako. Well, unite we meet again, brother, Lady Sakura. With that Gyako despaired in a giant spear of ice. Sakura-chan, if I become Hokage, we have to keep our children leave head and to have them be treated like normal kids, whispered Naruto. Agreed, we don't want our children to become like her, said Sakura as the genin walked back down to the center area. Okay, with that done, let's move on to picking who will fight who, said Temari. All genin line up. With that the 3 leaf, 2 sand, 1 snow and 1 mist genin all lined up. Good, okay, in one mouth we will be having the final tournament. We will now pick who will fight who in the old-fashioned way by drawing names from a hat. Temari suddenly held a hat in her hands. Hinura Harkit of the Leaf Village, you will draw first. With great care Hinura walked forward and reached into the hat. I am number 3 inches. Okay then, Neve of the Snow Village. With that a female snow ninja walked up and reached into the hat. I have number 7, said Neve. Okay then, you have a by first round, you will face the winner of 5 and 6 in the second round, said Temari. Sabia of the Sand. A man who had a giant puppet on his back walked forward. I have number 1 inch. Okay then, Rick of the Leaf, said Temari as Rick ran forward to get his number. I'm 2, said Rick. Okay then, we have our first match. Sabia of the Sand and Rick of the Leaf will be facing each other in round 1, said Temari. Minuto Morino of the Leaf. Minuto walked up and grabbed number 5 and without a word walked back in line. Okay then, Minuto Morino is number 5. Sable of the Sand. Sable was a girl with long black hair and like Temari she had a fan on her back. Number 4 inches. Okay then, match 2 will be between Hinura Harkit of the Leaf and Sable of the Sand. Since there is only one number left, match 3 will be Minuto Morino of Leaf and Keiko Watanabe of the Mist. Well then, train well and see you in one mouth, said Temari. The next day Naruto and Sakura stood in front of all 6 of their genin. Good job you 3, said Naruto. Naruto-sensei, what are we going to do? Are we going to still train together? Asked Kinkura. No, Sakura and I are going to train. The 3 made it to the finale and you 3 are going to be trained by a sub-jonin, said Sakura as all 3 genin's eyes widened. Don't worry, it is not Lee or Guy. Thank God, said Luke. Yes, your jonin instructor is Ino Yamanaka, said Sakura as Ino appeared. Forehead, why are you making me do this? Asked Ino. For 2 reasons, Piggy. First, to shut you up about how hard the hospital because now you be training them. Second, it will help you get ready for your kids, said Sakura. Fine, you win, said Ino. So Naruto-sensei and Sakura-sensei are going to train just us 3? Asked Rick. No Rick, I am going to train you and you alone, said Naruto as Rick's eyes widened. And I am taking Hinura, said Sakura. What about me? Asked Minuto. I have you, maggot, said a voice from the trees. All the genin looked up to see Sasuke Uchiha standing there with an evil grin. That will be all for this video. Be sure to like, subscribe, share, and comment down below for more videos. Goodbye.